Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading over to Goodwill to do some thrift shopping, looking for those vintage goodies that we can resell online in Etsy and eBay, as well as my antique booth, and maybe find a few keepers for myself as well. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what they have today. They were asking $50 for this student desk and chair set. It seemed to be pretty nice. Normally when I see these styled lamps, they usually have the green lid instead of the blue, so that was a little interesting to see it in that color. I thought this chair looked like it was super comfortable. It had some worn handles, but it definitely looked like it got some good use, and I'm sure it was someone's favorite chair for a really long time. I also found this down on the floor. These are the little fun finds that I look for when I'm going through the furniture section. I don't often find a whole lot in here, but this was in good condition and it's super fun, so I definitely enjoyed finding that. You guys remember my tip on spying Fire King? If you do remember those, you can see this is the style handle that a lot of the Fire King will have. I knew it was Fire King just by looking at the pattern, but I also identify it by the handle, so I have that little bit of a dip in the handle, and they also have a handle that swoops down just a little bit, has a little bit of curve to it. Now they did have some Fiesta ware. They had them priced $5 a piece, which is about what they're going to sell for, so if you're going to resell them, there's not a whole lot of room for profit. Now I want to talk a little bit about identifying Fiesta ware, so I'm going to freeze the screen here for a second. You see this one here is not in all lowercase. You see where it says Fiesta? If that had all lowercase letters, then that would indicate that it was older, somewhere between the 1936 to 1972 pieces, right? And another thing you want to look for to know if it's, older or not, and see the lead-free on it. That lead-free wasn't stamped on these until 1992, so that also helps you indicate the age of it. Another age indicator, if you look underneath where it says Fiesta and it says USA, you'll see these three letters and it says NNA, and a lot of the newer pieces from 1992 on have this three-letter coding system to indicate when the piece was made. The NN stands for 1999 and the A stands for January. So it's pretty neat that you can identify it down to the month it was even made in. So I just thought I'd share a couple of those fun tips for you guys. So instead of talking about the overpricedness of the Pyrex, I thought I'd just give you a bit of an education on this particular pattern. So this is called Early American, and this is a Cinderella Bowl. That is the style bowl this is, and the pattern was the fourth to be featured on the Cinderella style bowl. Now these were produced between 1962 and 1971, and it was actually the first pattern that was made with 22 karat gold. The same pattern was released in Canada under the name Early Canadian, which is genius marketing. People are always more apt to buy things that resonate with them, right? So you'll find these in either gold on colonial brown or brown on white. Those are the two colors that they mostly come in. There are a few exceptions. There is a brown on white color in 2 or 3 of the pieces, and then when they were first coming out with it, you can find some super rare kind of promotional pieces that are in gold on red, gold on turquoise, and gold on a deep yellow orange color. So very cool if you ever come across those. Super, super rare. I've never seen any myself. So this here is a glass-baked Korean Ives patterned casserole dish. The inside was kind of messed up as well, but it should have had a lid, I believe, and if it had a lid, it would have, profited about $20, but without the lid, you could easily cut that in half if you can even get that much for it. People really like to get the lids when they purchase, anything along that line that is supposed to have a lid. Those are Pyrex oval dishes. They weren't in the best of shape, and they're kind of just a couple mismatched ones. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do some looking along to some music, and then I'll come back in a little bit later and talk a little bit more. I like this Kennebunkport beer stein. Now, Kennebunkport is a town in Maine where the Bushes actually have a home on Walker's Point. It's attached, it's kind of on an island, but it's attached to Kennebunkport. And it's super cute. I love that town. We used to live very close by and visited there often. So if you're ever in Maine, definitely go check out Kennebunkport. I was trying to show you guys on the bottom the cursive L. And if you ever see glasses with that, that indicates that they are Libby glasses. I was surprised at these. They both had cracks in them. I don't know if you can see them. They're showing up very well, but they only wanted $1 for the set, but still, they're both cracked. So who wants two cracked glasses? Like, they were really bad. I think it's so sad the amount of people that seem to be afraid of clowns, and I assume it's because of Stephen King, who was from my area, you know, and his whole Pennywise thing. But this is just an indicator of times past where clowns were in children's bedrooms and appreciated and loved, so that kind of was sweet to see. I found this beautiful blue cubist vintage candy dish with the lid, so that's always a bonus. It's hard to find vintage dishes with lids intact and not chipped, so a very gorgeous piece indeed. My kids were over with my husband looking at the Halloween stuff, and my youngest came over to show me what he found. Because I sell so many cat items, I stared at this for a little bit. I thought it was the weirdest thing, but I figured once someone's seen it on my thrift along with me, someone would be screaming and wanting it. I did set it back down. Please, nobody hate me for doing so. It was kind of cute, but I just didn't get it. Somebody definitely let their Belle collection go, or someone unfortunately passed away, and the Belle collection ended up at Goodwill. I don't often see Belles at Goodwill. I've seen them at Salvation Army. They have a large selection there all the time. But these ones here, there were several that I actually liked because I'm really into the United States kind of souvenir stuff, and they had quite a few. They had a lot of Las Vegas ones and Atlantic City in particular. They had a blue-billed goose one as well. One of my last thrift with me's at Goodwill, someone had seen me look at this dustpan, and so I spied it again and I was going to pick it up for her, but then I noticed there was a pretty good crack in the bottom, so I decided to go ahead and leave it behind at $4. I just didn't think it was worth it for resale purposes, and I figured she wouldn't really want it with the crack in it anyways, but definitely I tried. I'm not sure, I don't remember who your name was, but I did try to get it for you, but yeah, the condition wasn't the best. I always think these Avon Mother's Day plates are super adorable. I've never found one with my birth year yet and a little girl on it. So if I ever do, I probably will pick it up. But I don't know if something like that would sell this day and age. I guess it kind of makes me smile and people resonate with their birth date, so I suppose it's something I could try to resell in the future. I do really like to collect these wooden vintage Christmas ornaments, but I always find them with broken parts lately, it seems. I saw this really cool clock, if you can see it beside the bell here, and I believe it's quite old. And it was funny when I did purchase it, and when we had put it in our car, it was wrapped up in the box with all the glassware I got, and the alarm went off and like terrified us while we were driving. So that was fun to have to listen to until we could pull over. So as you can see, lots more bells. Like I said, Atlantic City and Vegas seem to be the most popular ones. And apparently these people really like to gamble, would be my guess. Oh yeah, here's the clock. Isn't it super cute though? I'm probably going to keep this myself. I really like the size of it. And yeah, I just think it's super fun. Too bad it wasn't in a brighter color, but I still think it's really cute. Not a collector of bells by any means, but you guys know I love my green glassware, so this one was a hard pass. And for whatever reason, since I collect green glassware myself, I never think about the resale factor of it, and I'm sure someone would have loved to have that for Christmas decor, so if it happens to be there when I go back, I probably will get it. 9.9 times out of 10, I will not think clowns are creepy, but this clown here, particularly the girl clown, I thought was super creepy. I don't know if it's because I don't typically see female clowns and it just seemed a little different or what, but the boy one wasn't too much, you know, uncreepy either. So I did like that he had a little portrait down on his like side there. I thought that was kind of cute, but definitely two creepy clowns. Even though this is modern, I thought this was super cute. I guess it's only just from 2000, so it is almost 20 years old. I've never seen that before. It has shaped like a mustard seed, and then it has like little sage and basil and mustard seed pots there, so, or not seeds, plants. And then again, more bells. They had them kind of sporadically spread throughout the store. I really like this one with the dice on it. It's probably one of my favorites. I am curious if any of you guys like to collect bells or if you even have a bell in your home like this. I heard this is something that people like to buy people that already have everything. They just kind of run out of gift ideas and they're like, hey, let's just get a bell. And obviously it looks like it used to be a pretty popular souvenir item, so maybe that's just what people like to do. Instead of collecting, like for instance, I like to collect the toothpick holders, the vintage toothpick holders of the different states. So I guess people did bells, and that's a fun idea as well. The only thing we have collected for souvenirs when we've personally gone to places is refrigerator magnets. I think that's just a simple thing, and then it's kind of fun to look at, you know, as a reminder every time you go to the fridge. So you can kind of always keep those memories alive that way. And yeah, let me know what souvenirs you guys like to pick up if you guys ever pick up any. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and be sure to stay tuned for the thrift haul of everything I purchased today. I'll be posting that up tomorrow. I think I'm going to turn this into a two-part shopping trip just because the store is so large and it just always seems to work out a little bit better that way since I do purchase so many things. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like if you did, and I hope to see you in the next video. So we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!